Dum 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 dum. Hello, it is cnuz, and I welcome you to the second season of Sakuracraft. Grab yourself a cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy as I faceplant into cocoa beans. We have some plans for today, and as you can see, I already have some stuff on me, so I'll show you a little bit around what I've been doing so far. Before we get started, there's some exciting news. We are using proximity chat this time around, and as you can see in the bottom left corner, that's the button that I muted. So I won't be heard right now, but from now and then, for some fun and shenanigans, I think we're gonna use it. Alright, you've seen this wheat field, and this is our little starting area. And when I say our, I don't mean you as a viewer and me, but actually some friends of mine on this server right here. We already got an enchanting setup, we got some cows. We started late at night in European time, so they got a lot done during the night, and now it's the next day for me. Set up a small lava farm, and I have a small chest, and I went mining for a little bit. So as you can see, I have lots of deep slate, some diamonds to my name, some gold. I try to get XP by mining redstone. So that's the situation. And before we do anything else, hello eagle, before we do anything else, I wanted to show you the caves, because this is just crazy. This entry seems so humble, like there's not much down there, but it is mad. Let me show you. Here we are in this ginormous cave. We have set the render distance quite low right now for the server, because in the start it's always a little bit struggling to keep up. But this cave is just amazing. Look at it. It's really, I don't know, it's, to be honest, I thought these caves, they weren't underwhelming, but I wasn't that amazed to begin with. But it changes so much from when you're flying through them in spectator, and now in first person you're actually exploring. You don't have wings, you're so small and insignificant in this world. There's something that I wanted to show you as well, because that's just super fun. I think it's this way over here. There's many spots for it, but we did find an iron vein, which basically means all of this tuff with iron ore, and we can just follow it through. And I did already a little bit. We just mine more and more of this stuff, and we find more and more of the iron. The most fun was I already found one raw iron block, which is like 9 ore. It's just so addicting. I could just sit here for 2 hours and mine. But let's head to the above grounds again. And actually we will have to change places, because I found an amazing place to base in. I want to meet up sooner or later with L, but I think he already went out there, and it's quite a journey, so we have to prepare ourselves a little bit, get all the stuff that we can before we head out. Let's grab some food and maybe some of the sugarcane. Alright, I think I'm happy with this. Let me take the oak logs, and then I'll take the tuff at another point in time if I want to build with it, which is nice, so it's good to keep it. Eagle offered me to use one of his horses, and he has them over there. He also has 2 horses that are not tamed yet, and I think I will just make a choice and stick with it, tame it and run with that horse. Hopefully it's gonna be somewhat quicker than just walking around. So I can use this saddle, he said, and I think the 2 white grayish horses are not taken yet. Actually, why am I so stupid? I can just use some of the sugar. Yes! Here we go, let's put on the saddle. This feels decent enough. It's not super quick, but it's not like slow. I think that's pretty good. How good of a jumper are you? Not too amazing, but still fine. I think it's time to head out 5,000 blocks towards the south. We have come to the goal of our journey. I think it's still rendering in. I'm not quite sure. I've actually have not seen this. I have only seen it on a map, on a seed map. I'm really excited to see how this will look. Is this going to be dangerous for the horse with the snow? There is something special up there, and I'm really excited to see how it looks. And I'm really excited to hear what you think about this. By the way, the mountains have so much iron. There's some over there. And here we are. I hope the render distance is far enough. And this is the powdered snow. So I fear the render distance is not quite enough currently, but maybe if we go down in the middle, we can get an idea of what I'm talking about. So this valley down here is completely surrounded, and if we go further this way, completely surrounded by snowy mountains. And we can see the base where I'll put down some stuff, I think. But he's in a village close by right now, so maybe I will meet up with him, but I'm so happy with this place. I'm really excited to see what we will be able to turn this into. Alright, let's keep this view in mind for when the server settles down a little bit. But with this render distance, this is not too amazing. Maybe you catch a glimpse of the potential of this area? Maybe, but maybe also not. I don't think Elle is online right now, but I think I will still head over to the village and see what he's been doing so far. So this is where we come out. Hello, Elle. And this is the village over here. And Elle was so kind to set up a villager trading area over here, where we got some basic gear where my diamond hoe is from, as the thunder roars. And a Fortune 1 pickaxe, which is almost used up from digging the whole tunnel. And an efficiency 2 shovel. I just combined 2 of them. So that's quite nice. But this is just a temporary area, and we're trying to get over the villages to our mountain area, mountain range. That's kind of the next step. But we also have some potions to set up to cure the villagers. We actually just got a zombie over here, and I think Elle is gonna take care of that. I almost forgot. I also found some diamonds yesterday. So this is going to be exciting once we have Fortune 3. So we can combine some of these pickaxes, but currently the prices are just too high, so we don't have the emeralds. But I think just one more day we're set up for everything. But I think I will head back over and take a look at what we've done there. Just some small humble things, but maybe we will have our first little build. Currently we basically only have a cow pen and a small little farming area with some wheat and potatoes. We need the potatoes actually to get plenty of more villagers breeding. And don't forget to use your fortune, even if it's only Fortune 1, on potatoes and carrots. That's a small little detail that I often forget about. This is our humble beginnings in this valley. If I were to imagine this actually becoming a settlement, then I would think that the mountains almost are like castle wall, and the valley in here could be like a village or a city, a town. But in order for this to be secure, we kind of need an outpost on top of the mountains. And I want to build a small little outpost, nothing too crazy, just to get us started in this area. Let's see if we find a good spot. The new world height is just crazy. Look at it. We are currently at Y160 and it feels incredibly high. But there's like even 160 more blocks to go. Our watchtower won't be that tall though, and I think I found my spot for it. I decided to build 2 of them, so I think this is a decent view of it. As I said, it's the same design, just something simple with spruce wood and some deep slate. If the render distance was higher, I think it would be quite nice as a watchtower. I'm imagining this mountain range to be some kind of wall or fortress where the inside the valley is the inside of the castle. I was thinking maybe we can connect these towers and build more of them underground with some emerald ore over there. I think it would be quite amazing to have some kind of system underground between all these points connecting them. And from here, the other tower is just behind that tip. Before we move on though, we can take a look because Elle has been busy. He put up, I think, a temporary portal here which connects to the nether with a pathway, if we turn this way, that connects to the village where currently all our villagers are at. And he's been doing some trading and zombifying and curing the zombie villagers, and he has a surprise for me. I discovered it earlier. He has a chest that is labeled with my name, 4 Knuts from Elle. And isn't that amazing? It's a full set of diamond tools with the enchantings that I need. That it's really special. Thank you so much, Elle. I will sooner or later give something back to you. But yeah, Elle and I are basing together anyways, so we will share most of what we've got, but maybe I can still surprise him with something. And only now I see that the bottom chest is also labeled with my name. I'm lagging a little bit right now, so it's taking some time to open the chest, but it's a full diamond armor set as well with the enchants. So this is really amazing. I think yesterday when I was recording last, he already gave me some diamond armor, but only basic one. And now I have all the gear. This will in no way, shape or form be enough. We need some kind of XP farm, and probably Elle is having lots of XP from trading with the villagers, but I have not yet traded with them or reduced their prices, so it's a little bit more expensive for me. I don't know if me trading with them will give me enough XP. Let's postpone that for now. And I always get stuck in this corner. Let's postpone this for now. This is weird. And head back over, because Elle also asked me to set up a pumpkin and melon farm for trading with villagers, obviously. This shouldn't be too difficult. I actually have never done this before, but from what I saw with other people doing it, it shouldn't be too difficult and can easily be set up. We will be using mainly observers and pistons for this farm, and I've already gathered some quartz, and I think Elle has found some pumpkins. For now, let's set up a pumpkin farm, maybe inside of this hill area over there. We will need a 9x9 area for one basic module. I gotta do some digging. To get us started, let's work on the collection system. And we will just use hopper minecarts. I will put some redstone blocks underneath, just because I think it's easier than to put levers everywhere. And at the end, we just need an unloading station, and that is not too difficult either. Alright, I messed up a little bit, but I think now I got it right. We have a comparator going out of the hopper into a block with a redstone torch in the back, and then a block on top of that, a repeater facing back into this block. So this is being powered right now because the hopper is empty, but if I put something in there, it's getting depowered, and once it's empty, it's getting powered again. And this will allow the hopper minecart to go through here, unload, and then just go back through. This will be the middle point with the water, and then right next to it, we will have the pumpkins. So we will have observers above the pumpkins, and this is a mistake. They need to be placed the other way around, but the pistons need to be placed like this. So we can place the piston like this on all four sides. And then let me just use some dirt for now for the other observers that I need to place from the top. Alright, I've placed all the pistons, all the observers, and I put some redstone on top of it. And it's going to be a little bit noisy when I place all the pumpkins in, but this is our next job. So let's put in all... how do we do this? Maybe I have to till the soil and place the pumpkin seeds as I place the dirt. Alright, I think all the pumpkin seeds are sown. It's again gonna be quite noisy once they grow up, because every stage they grow, all the pistons will be triggered. But once they have grown and they grow a pumpkin, the piston will also be triggered, and then the minecart down below will harvest the pumpkin. I already made my first mistake though, just before I started building the farm. If I turn on the chunk borders, as you can see here, I placed it right on a chunk border. This is a little bit difficult. The hopper minecart probably sooner or later will get stuck. Every now and then I will need to check on it. Maybe I will build some access. I also need some access to the storage, obviously. So I will fix these things up and wait for all of this to grow. The pumpkin farm is ready. And it's working. Yeah, this is nothing too fancy right now, and we will upgrade this in the future. Also, the storage right now is just this chest under the stairs, where we've already gotten 10 pumpkins. Sooner or later, when we have more farms, Elle and I were thinking to transport all of the items from the farms to the middle to some kind of central storage area. And as you can see over there, Elle is already farming some gunpowder. I think he's AFK right now. We have some farms going already, and sooner or later, this will be a flourishing little valley. And we have added a melon farm as well. And the minecart got stuck. As I mentioned before. No, I'm just lagging. The chest isn't opening. I think I got disconnected. And here we are again, connected to the server. And this is the melon farm working. We've been using it quite a bit, and as you can see in my inventory, I have plenty of emeralds, and if I show you my tools, I have gathered up the experience to merge all of these books onto the tools and armor. I've just been using the pumpkins and the melons to get some emeralds over here without reducing prices, but we've got so many, and as you can see, I've traded so much, so it's a little bit more expensive now. But then Elle also set up this area where we have the librarians with the glass trade, and then these cartographers with also the glass pane trade. And if their prices are not reduced, it's almost an infinite loop. Not quite. You make somewhat of a loss as my connection gets a little bit... It's a little bit weak today. It's almost infinite, and with the pumpkins and the melons, I could have quite easily traded all of this. And now we actually have really good gear. Let me dye my leather boots. And with that, we can head back up the mountain to our little outpost. From up here, I will say goodbye, and that we will have to end this episode here. I'm thinking of making a few shorter episodes and maybe just get a few more done this way. I have already some plans for the next one. I will get right ahead and start building a storage building because we really need one. It's super fun. I think we've got a great start. I think we've got a great area here, and I'm really looking forward to what we turn this into. I haven't seen this yet. Is this a villager breeder or just a farm? I have to ask Elle. It looks like a villager breeder. I will see you in the next episode, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like, and if you're new, consider subscribing. This is cnuz. Goodbye. It's a villager breeder.